Hi, I'm Sherry Vanstone, and this is Food and the City. Today I'm going to make black and white cookies, which have a little bit of infamy from Seinfeld, and myself and my friends are giant Seinfeld nerds, and so we really love the cookies, even though we had never been to New York to have the originals. I decided to make some at home, and they turned out really great.
Oh, look, Elaine, the black and white cookie. I love the black and white. Two races of flavor living side by side in harmony. It's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
So I've got my ingredients set aside here. I'll just tell you what exactly goes into them. We've got a cup and a half of flour, a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, a cup of sugar. This is an energy egg replacer, so it's an egg replacer for 2 eggs, and I'll show you how to put that together. Salt, just a pinch of salt, and an 1/8 cup of soy milk mixed with some apple cider vinegar, and that'll just curdle, and it's sort of a substitution for buttermilk. So we're adding no cholesterol. It's very heart-healthy cookies. Not fat healthy, but heart healthy. They're still fattening, so they taste good. Yeah, we've got vanilla and almond, we're going to add that into, and a 1/2 cup of Earth Balance margarine. So again, we're sticking with the heart-healthy Earth Balance. It's all really good oils, no trans fats, no hydrogenated oils. So it's good for you, even though they're fattening, it tastes good. Okay, cool. Let's start mixing. Dry ingredients first. So we're going to put our flour, 1.5 cups of flour, then baking powder, a pinch of salt, and I use organic sea salt. It tastes better. You just kind of crunch it up in there, so that adds some fun to your cooking because you get to crunch things. And those are our dry ingredients. We're going to set them aside for right now. Start with the wet ingredients. So here we're going to start creaming our margarine and our sugar. So the margarine, take it out and let it set room temperature for about probably an hour before you start baking. A cup of sugar, sweet cookies. And so to cream that, what I'm going to do is just start using a whisk, and I'm going to just get the margarine into smaller chunks. It doesn't have to be creamed yet because we are adding more liquid. So for this, we'll just start getting the margarine down a bit. I'm going to add some liquid. So I'm adding my soy milk. And then I'll keep whipping this up a bit. Okay, energy egg. What I'm going to do is I have set aside 2 tablespoons of energy egg replacer. So what this does is it'll cut down any cholesterol. You're going to have no cholesterol in your recipe. It makes things rise. It's a mixture of starches. You can use it instead of eggs. So I'm using the equivalent of 2 eggs. Therefore, 2 tablespoons of energy egg and 8 tablespoons of water, which equals a 1/2 cup. And then I'm going to whisk this separately here, just till it's really well mixed together. And this little whisk sort of rules. It has lots of tines, so it really foams things up really quickly, which is good for baking because you want to get lots of air mixed into everything. That helps things to rise. Technically, these aren't cookies, they are cake, so adding air helps us. It's going to make it rise. Okay, so I've whisked it down, which was a major workout. So had I just let my soy milk come to room temperature, I wouldn't have had to kill my arm like this, but I did. Now, I'm gonna add some vanilla. And I like using the good stuff, organic, nice vanilla. I don't measure vanilla, I just pour a lot in. I'm not cheap with the vanilla, and I swear you can taste it in your baking. If you put lots of vanilla in, everything tastes amazing. So just mix that in. That's the end of our wet ingredients. Now, mix our wet into our dry. Okay. So we'll just mix the batter up. Now, because these are really cakey, it's a thinner batter than you'd normally use for a cookie. They are, like I mentioned, technically cakes. And that's why we want it to rise. That's why we needed the egg replacer. The egg replacer you can get pretty much anywhere. It's a Celiamix product, so it's with the celiac-friendly stuff. Because it is batter, I'm going to use a piping bag so that we get some nice round shapes on the cookie sheet. So that's it. Easy to mix up. It's all incorporated. Now, I'll pour this into a piping bag. See how good my coordination is today. Okay, I'm just going to pinch the bottom of the piping bag. Made a little bit of a cuff, and I'm going to pour. And I'm going to really hope that the whole thing does not fall over on me. That's enough for a few. These guys are going to be big. That's the idea. They're supposed to be big, giant, decadent cookies. And they spread out a lot because it is that light, cakey batter. Okay. Cake batter, really thin cake batter. It takes pretty much no time to cook these things. I'm going to throw them in the oven for 10 minutes and throw some more on another cookie sheet, and we'll get going with the icing after.